Daily Broadside, day 563. Went outside this morning, had to cut some trees down on property and haul them off. And while I was out there, I put a trap out like 2 days ago and with some peanut butter in it to catch some groundhogs that I plan on getting out of my property because they're annoying creatures. And anyway, so I put it up near their hole. And I go out there, and yesterday, or I guess I put it out 2 days ago. And so yesterday I go out, nothing. Today I go out to grab my chainsaws, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to check the trap. And I look over and I see something on the horizon, and it looks like an animal's in the trap. So I get a little closer. It's one of these stupid feral cats that roams around this damn property, around these parts here. He's just sitting there, and I have no idea how long that dumb cat been in there. As far as I know, he got in there at 7 o'clock last night and spent the night in a cage, but all the peanut butter was gone. Somehow he'd flattened the little paper bowl that I had all the peanut butter in. So now I'm switching to carrots, because I don't think cats eat carrots, but groundhogs apparently like carrots and peanut butter, which is odd. I don't know how we found out that groundhogs like peanut butter. But then again, who doesn't like peanut butter? I mean, I don't blame the cat. I'm surprised. I'd be in there too. I think there was a Far Side cartoon like that one time. Anyway, little known fact, or not a little known fact, a little pro tip, I guess we'll call it, little insider information. If you've never gone on a cruise before, or if you've gone on a cruise before, or if you plan on going on a cruise soon, here's something that you really need to focus your time on, because it pays such dividends if it happens, right? And it's not guaranteed to happen, but it can happen, right? There's myriad video footage to prove me right. But when it's time to board the boat, right? The ship, I should say. If they say they're leaving at 4:30, they're leaving at 4:30. They're not going to wait on you at 4:35. You'll just be saying goodbye, and you got to figure something out, because you're not going to have a passport. You're going to have to go to like some Haitian airport and fly back to Miami or whatever. Like, you're going to have to find your own way back to the next port or back home. Meanwhile, all your crap is at the house. You're wearing like, is it a sarong? Is that what girls wear over their titties and a bathing suit? Just like that's all you're wearing. You got like a towel, some dumb gifts that you bought that you wish you didn't have right now, because now you got to haul them all over Haiti looking for an airport. I don't know how you get a passport. Like, if you had your passport, it's going to be on the ship. You didn't bring it with you to the beach or the, whatever. Now, if you're on a, excursion that's sponsored by the cruise ship that you ordered through the cruise line, they'll wait for you. That's no big deal. They get a flat tire on the bus or whatever, they'll wait for you. They'll hold the boat. But if you just out doing your own thing, excursioning on your own, and you just, for whatever reason, think that the world owes you a favor and time doesn't matter, they're not playing. They've only got that dock area, that port, whatever, reserved for a certain amount of time, because another big ass ship is coming in behind them. So they got to get going. They got a schedule to keep, and in maritime, schedules are kept. But here's the thing, right? Like, when you get back on the ship, give yourself 30, 45, even an hour to get back. Just make sure that you're there on time. Get back on the ship. Go up to one of the upper decks, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Go out by the pool deck. If you're lucky enough to have, if you got a balcony room and it overlooks the port where you're docked, where, the concrete that, you butt up to, then go out on your veranda there, get yourself a nice cocktail, light up a cigar, whatever, and enjoy the show. Because if people, have this entitlement that they'll hold the boat for us. We paid, $2,000 for this ship. They're not. They don't care how much you paid. It's the other 3,800 people in tow that they're more concerned about, who did follow the rules and all that. But it is comically hilarious, these people that, they said 4:30. Well, it's 5:15, bitch. I mean, why would you think that we're holding the, so it's very funny. And it's usually first-time cruisers or people that are just naive to the fact that these things have an itinerary that has to be kept, But it is very funny. So don't just go inside and go get something to eat on the interior of the boat. Don't go take a nap and all that because you're tired from shopping. Just take the 20 minutes until you feel the boat moving. And it's hilarious, because all these people, and it just like sucks being you. But somebody should go out there and intentionally miss the ship, and then video. Somebody that's got a little more money that they don't mind missing, because you've just missed out on the whole cruise, but figure out, like, I think that would be interesting to watch is, you get stuck in Jamaica and, you intentionally miss the thing. You come by an hour late and you're like, okay, well, let's figure this out. I got no passport. I got this. Is there an embassy you go to? I don't know what the process is, but it'd be fun to watch somebody have to do it. I mean, does anybody not have, there's got to be somebody like does a tell-all that like explains the part one, here's what happened after I missed the boat in Costa Rica or whatever, I think that'd be kind of fun to listen to because it's got to be like the worst horror travel story of all time, right? You ever notice how fire marshals and fire and all they have this like a thing where they have to like push their weight around when it comes to seating capacities and where people can sit and capacities with large crowds and all that stuff. And I get it, man. Look, we don't want to turn every large scale event into like the Rhode Island fire that Great White burned down the club and killed like their guitarist and all the patrons and everything. Like, I get it. Okay, I get it. We don't want that, but it's a little silly. Okay, if you've got a 2,100 seat amphitheater, or not amphitheater, but like a theater, right? And then the fire marshal comes in, like, and you've got like some extra chairs, like some folding chairs that the proprietor has put like at the back of the venue to, seat a few more people. Hey, here's some $30 seats so we can squeeze you in. No, you can't have that. You got to keep these aisles clean. In case of a fire, we got to get these 2,100, cattle out of here and so they don't burn alive and everything like that. Okay, I get it. That's fine. Throw your weight around. But here's my question. Has a fire marshal never been in a Dollar General? Because good God, if a Dollar General ever catches on fire, all right, none of us are making it out alive in those places because all they've got is just like, you got to like sideways. Like, I've seen people like spelunking in those caves and crawling through muck and water that have more room than some of those damn aisles because they got these big, carts with all the stuff they wheel out that apparently never get stocked, mostly because they have like 1.5 employees per week, but I don't understand how the fire marshal doesn't just get an instant erection hard on and just come in and be like, you shut this place down. We've got to clear these aisles. Everybody's going to burn to death. It doesn't make any sense. And speaking of burning to death, when I went down to South Carolina the other day to get my trailer, I'm riding through the middle of like Marlboro County, South Carolina, the armpit of South Carolina. I think anybody who lives there will agree with me. But I see, like, I ride down and, it's what was it? It was Friday? It's Friday morning. It doesn't matter what morning it was. It was a weekday morning. And there's like, I see like a trailer on somebody's property. It's just an enclosed trailer and they've wrapped it very nice. And it's like a caricature of these two dudes. And it's like Manny and Tito's world famous barbecue. And and then I saw last night or 2 days ago, I was at a drive-through, what do you call it? Walgreens or CVS. And next door was a KFC and it said world famous chicken. And I thought to myself, I could see how they could lay claim to the, the Colonel's spices, right? Not Captain Sanders, it's Colonel Sanders. Right? I could see how he could be world famous because everybody knows what KFC chicken. You go in the middle of Mongolia and they'd be like, oh yeah, we've heard of that. It's good. We've heard about all the spices, but Manny and Tito in Marlboro County, why they got world famous barbecue? Who has tested this barbecue? At what litmus test level have we decreed that Manny and Tito are allowed to just put world famous, right? Because anything I got, I could just say is world famous. I mean, everybody should just put world famous, If Roger opens a hat emporium, Roger's world famous hat emporium. I got no idea what we do to verify whether or not Roger's right or not. How many people in the world do you have to ask before they say, okay, that's verifiable? It is world famous. People know him in Mongolia. Roger's hats are worldwide. So Manny, Tito, you better be putting it out because if I ever have your barbecue and it sucks, which it's kind of hard to have bad barbecue, but still, it better be world damn famous. That's all I got to say.